not working well. Like I said earlier. Right, what's happened here? Yeah, that's self-destructed already.
See, brand new consumable. Used only to do a little bit, destroyed.
Okay, let's try again. Need a bit of a pig's ear there. Leaves gap for welding.
There you go. That must have been a duff one, because that line is a lot nicer. As you may have noticed, viewers, the camera went a bit funny. Don't put it close to the plasma.
Yep. One of my additions to my welding trolley, there's a bank of plugs in the back. It's really handy.
Yeah.
Goggles. Look after your eyes. Grind the sparks in the eye.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That's a good point. I'm gonna go get mine.
So, interesting fact, you can use one, I think this is a P80 torch, you can use these with the Chinese Cut 50 cutter, and you can even do like a very rough and ready pilot arc arrangement on them. If you touch that to the ground lead, it'll give you a sort of pilot arc.
Yeah, top tip.
A redneck pilot arc, so obviously no pilot arc as it is. Around that. You're not to hold it while I'm doing it.
Yeah, don't hold it.
Pilot arc. Only problem with that is it'll always keep it at the set amperage. So as you use your plasma, closer or further away you get from the material, it changes the amperage. But that'll always keep it at a set amperage, so it's not perfect, but it can be handy if you're cutting off an old panel and there's paint.
Yeah.
You can't get through it, so
well, there you go.
it can be handy for that. Right, let's try it again then. More successful. Something's not square here, well, which is not square is the question. You have to fit in bed. I think this is out.
Well, the big square.
Aye. Look at that, look.
Yeah.
My little square I made donkeys years ago, it's the one that's accurate. Buy these expensive tools thinking that's the way forward. Go back to square one. And this is why you only tack stuff.
So it's just something like this, you want to get it bob on. It has to be bob on, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
said earlier, spending a day or whatever on this is going to save so much headache in the future.
It's more time you spend getting this right, the better.
And that actually.
Look at each there.
Oh, that's one of those tiny bits again, isn't it?
I needed something to get underneath there to shuffle them this way because the floor rises slightly. There's that hacksaw blade just.
It does leave a nice scribe on it,
Doesn't it?
Yep. Cool.
Don't have to be particularly super accurate, as long as they're there or thereabouts. Where's my camera? Ooh, eBay. Use that as me centre with it. So what we're doing here is finding centres, because I'm thinking is that we can drill these through, put some threaded bar through, make some adjustable feet, so we can make it so we can square it up and line it up a lot simpler than shimming and messing around. Right, okay, let's go. Tip to watch out for, and I often forget myself, is if you do want to drill all the way through on these, try and avoid drilling that way through, because when you come to drilling through the other side you catch that little ridge there and it throws the drill off. So if you remember, cut it so you can drill it through two flat sides. One side first, and we'll measure and cut through the other side. How long before you clump my head on this?
That's why you haven't already.
We filming it?
Yeah, it's
Right, okay, so next challenge is to get these pieces squared off on the corners, just to triangulate these edges off, then that'll keep the square. So the basic frame now is tacked together, it's all plumb and square and level, and the corners measured from one corner to the other corner. They both measure within a millimetre of each other, so I'm well happy with that. But at the moment, because it's only tacked together, it will move around and we can lose our square. So it's time to start tacking some squares in, triangles in, to hold the square together. Now I've made life difficult for myself. It's only a matter of time before I clobber my head on something. So the challenge is to get that to fit in there, square, without moving things around too much. But I'm trying these
and flat.
and flat, yeah. So if I count on there. Okay, so we're got the base frame built, as you can see. So we've got all four corners square, level, triangulated. Corner to corners are all measuring to the millimetre, which I'm very happy with. I've been happy with a couple of millimetres out on that, so absolutely spot on. So well chuffed with that. It's, I would say, 3/4 welded. The next step is to, if H shows you on the corners where we've got holes in the cross beams, the triangulation beams, going to put some threaded rod and some feet in them. I'm going to have 8 feet in total, which means we can move the bed up and down and level it off the floor, so it'll be sort of stand off the floor by about 2 inches or so. And then what we'll do, we'll get a centre line of the car, the centre line of the frame, and then move everything into position so the frame and the car are central to each other and level to each other. And then maybe I think about bolting the frame down to the floor, or fixing the frame to the floor somehow so it can't possibly move. And then we'll start working from the frame up to the car. So the important points is underneath here, the suspension turret top. So that's a vital point. Another vital point are 2 fittings here, one of which is fallen to bits, for the engine cross member, and that's vital because the track control arm comes off of there. There's a couple of more vital points here and here and over there as well, which pick up the front anti-roll bar there and there. So we need to pick up to those bits as well. And once we've got those, that's at the front. At the back, pick up these, which are the spring hangers. So spring hanger there, spring hanger up here somewhere, slots into there. Same the other side, and that really is the only points we need to be absolutely smack on as best as possible, because they're the suspension mounting points. As long as they're all straight, the car should go in a straight line. Always a nice idea. So I think that's as much as we're going to do today, because we're waiting now on some threaded rod to build the feet from, and we've had quite a successful day today. I'm quite happy with the progress. It's built up faster than I thought it would, because it's always stop, start, measure, measure, measure. You don't know how much of it you got on the video with welding, but we're backwards, forwards, corner to corner, backwards, forwards, just trying to keep distortion down to an absolute minimum. Before we start on the next phase, we will remeasure everything once everything's gone back stone cold, just to be absolutely sure it's still a square and level. If that is the case, and hopefully it should be, don't really reason why it shouldn't, because everything was tacked up pretty strong, then we can start building up. If it's not, then we get the Kleenex out. start crying, because it's going to be a nightmare to put right. But I'm reasonably confident that it's going to still be good once it's cold, when it's all cooled down. Yeah, thank you for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and please leave your comments on what you think.